Get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix together. And again, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Montega, Montaga. That is Montega, Montaga. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit the Echelon platform to get all the amazing merch. Make sure that you are supporting the show by wearing it on your body. We have tons of new merch out there for you guys. So feel free to go get you something that represents you being unplugged from the Matrix and from under the control of the deep state and the Illuminati. The show is about to start soon. Hey everybody, this is Tony Montega, Tony X, Antoine-Tucker. Thank you for being here. The show will start in one moment. So go make sure you take care of the bathroom breaks. Go get your beverage, get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix together. And again, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Montega, Montaga. That is Montega, Montaga. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit. Due to adult language, themes, and images, I'm gonna warn you, don't have your children around. Please don't let your children hear the language. Please, viewers' discretion is advised. I gave you a warning. Now let's get into the show.
He's on fire!
On the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it. This is the family and my family entertainment, and it's team no sleep. Flossy high, and yeah, we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it. CEO, bullshit, paying for the pussy.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world it is truly what time it is, and I am your host, the dopest political analyst on this planet and the most feared former congressional and senatorial candidate of these United States. Antoine-Tucker, Tony Montega, Tone Montega, the truth, the threat, the legend, Neo, the wisest man in the room, and I'm here with you, and we all free. From the Matrix. We do have content coming out too. I do have a reaction video to Piers Morgan and the Spanish. He says he's a racist, but I have a reaction to the video coming soon, you guys. I wanted to look at it in its entirety before, because I never really watched Mr. Fuentes's content for me to be able to psychoanalyze this young man, but I definitely have great content coming, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy that reaction to that video. I'm not gonna let the whole hour thing go through. I'll let certain parts, that he says certain things, I'll let that go through. I'll respond to it, and then I'm gonna kind of let it go about its way. I don't really see the benefit and jumping in the stream of content that this young man has been dumped in, because I don't think that this is something that's I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I don't. Summing it up, you'll watch the content, but summing it up where I come from, how I feel is this young man is very young, very sheltered. He's lived a very sheltered existence. I don't think that he's traveled much outside of his own comfort areas, which would be not far, because I don't think that he's an intimidating type of person. I hear him talk about violence a lot, and it's a man's nature to be violent if need be. And I can understand someone not being violent and not wanting to be in and around it. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just not afraid of anything. I don't know how any man could be. I think that his perception of life will change. When I started doing this, I used to say some very outlandish and disrespectful things about some people who may or may not have deserved to be addressed in the way that I addressed them. But as the years progressed and I've heard the old content, it was just like, nails in a chalkboard. And I'm appreciative of where I am as of right now. So I think that, we'll get to the content, but to sum it up, I do believe as he changes and he grows up and he develops, and I believe that the people who agree with him now will also grow and develop with him, and they'll see the change, and hopefully, everything will go for the best. But we'll get to that content. Today, we're going to talk about the pirates. I'm glad that this is happening because Black Americans are waking up. You don't have friends. Just because someone looks like they're black, it doesn't mean they give a shit about your kind of black. I've watched openly as African Americans embraced every other black person all over the world, while these same individuals say, I'm your friend, so as long as I'm with you and I can benefit from your ancestors and the harsh reality they faced, I'm with you. But the moment that it's time to gang on you, oh, I'm all there. Did a show. You know what morons was in here? Dirty, dusty little Somalians who kept streaming alive full of N-words. And these idiots, whether they realize it or not, because they don't realize it, they're idiots. And these idiots didn't realize no matter what you say, good or bad, it's still content. You're still giving me engagements. And you're only exposing yourself. Hard R, nigger. I'm not on welfare. I'm not scamming the government for money. And I don't look like I have below Down syndrome. Yeah, we're going to go there. No one respects a class of people that first uses the faith of Islam and then dirties the religion. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he will do with you what he will do with the kafirs, the non-believers. You know why? Because you circumvent the work of God. If you truly believe in Allah, if you truly follow the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, then first and foremost, you respect the laws of the land, its people, the people of the books, and you for sure as hell do not steal. But that's what you did. And in my opinion, I believe that someone would have to be the most dumbest human being on this earth to not believe Ilhan Omar knew. They said 2,000 kids a day was being fed. You mean to tell me that this creature couldn't see on any given day it wasn't 2,000 people outside? Minnesota isn't the largest state in the world. You can't miss 2,000 kids eating every single day. Do you not understand that if anyone was feeding 2,000 kids a day in these United States of America, there would be so much content on Instagram, on Facebook, on you name it, TikTok, you name it. You name it. It would be unstoppable. Everybody would see it. But you're liars. You're frauds. You're the same kind of people who use the faith of any religion. Whether you call yourselves Christians, it doesn't really matter. You use the faith to hide behind your dirty deeds. And you're being exposed. You're being exposed. Let me make sure these people take our kindness for a weakness. Ilhan Omar came here at 12 years of age. Big. She had eyes like a kitten. Big. All out her whole head. Looking at this whole new country. And I can say this. You know why? I am born and raised here. Here is where I am from. These United States of America. I'm not from nowhere else. I'm from here. I don't care. Again, if you don't like it, I don't care where you come from. The moment that you come here, if you're not saying, I'm an American Somali. If you're saying I'm a Somali refugee, go back to Somalia. If you're saying I'm Somali, go back to Somalia. Because Americans should come before anything. Anything. The moment that you come here and you say you're American. There are people who would say, well, Ilhan Omar married her brother after she got her citizenship, so you can't really deport her for it. But there is talks of removing people's citizenship once they're found of committing a felony. And what she did is a felony, if in fact it's true. But I believe it is. We're going to go get some old footage back when Tucker Carlson was on the news. We're going to play this. And for the record, any woman who smokes cigarettes, turn off. Nasty, nasty, nasty habit. And for this little rap head here, it is the nastiest thing in the world to see that how they found out this brother lover allegedly married her brother. I'm going to go ahead and say I believe fully she married her brother. Scam alike, be alike, all of them. Because no one said you're not feeding 2,000 kids. Now, one person in that area went over there to any one of those places with a cell phone and said, they said they're feeding the children. There are no children being fed. No one there had an issue with them lying and taking money out of the Somali community. They gave y'all billions of dollars. You're so stupid. You're mad at me for pointing it out to you. But do you realize what they could have done in terms of your country? You could have went back. All of you could probably build all kind of huts. All kind. Could have got running water with that kind of money. But you're here. And while you were here, there were no stores opened up for you guys. They didn't create a better experience for you here. Absolutely not. They got you sitting here applauding these criminals who stole money from you too. You're so stupid. You don't even realize it affects you. You think because you're Somali that somehow you're still not here as an American under our rules. You get pulled over, they're going to lock your silly ass up. Commit a crime, you're going to jail. And I hope you think that somehow, in some way, because in the federal penitentiary, you don't have that whole Somali shit. You can try to hide behind Islam, but then people are going to learn that you're fake. You're a fraud. You're one of those people who allow children to be scammed and robbed. The majority of these people's scams involved kids. You got no moral decency. Nobody was upset that the kids got nothing. Nobody. That kind of money could have changed every single one of those child's lives. You know why people hate this country? Because sick motherfuckers like you who come here and then take people's generosity for weakness. For the sick motherfuckers that come here like you, from pieces of shit, from nowhere, holes in the wall, dig a hole, take a shit in it. That's where you're from. You come here and then you think that you're better. Whether you're swimming in rivers of shit or you're rolling in dusty dung balls in some forsaken desert some fucking where you don't have an opportunity for anything. You come here, and for the people that are here, you laugh and smile in their face and then turn around and act as if you're better than them. Imagine you having all of these riches and you inviting someone poor who never had nothing to come share with you. You would never. Because you can never have the character of an American citizen. If we didn't want you here, when we found out they were bringing all of you here, there would have been blood in the streets. If they were true, real white racists like they say, then white boys would have been in the streets. They would have been causing all kind of chaos and they would have never let you come here. You would have never settled. People didn't give a shit. They saw you were being mistreated there and they said, we'll give you a better life, a better experience. We'll give you an opportunity. And you come here and you feel like you got to protect some place that didn't give a shit about you, that openly rapes women and doesn't give people like Ilhan Omar the opportunity to open her mouth, let alone serve in a body of government. Imagine what kind of life she would have if she stayed there. You think she would get white penis every day? The luxury of the white penis? The American white penis. Women travel far and wide to come here and see that guy. Can't get enough of it. Every time I turn around, every single one of these minorities in Congress, white penis. Hate the white man. Love his penis. Ilhan Omar is one of them. No different. No different. She came here with a Somali husband. She had to leave him. You're not going to get to the top with him. No. And then I'm watching Somalis is just cheering her on. She's not loyal to none of y'all. I can't wait because I believe the brother will turn on her. I believe if they give him immunity and let him keep his citizenship, he's going to throw her beyond under the bus. I think and I believe that the whole exposure of this creature is going to happen. And a lot of people say, well, nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to happen. You actually would be surprised this time around. It's hard for people to come out and say everything because I believe everyone would flip out. I don't think anyone in their right minds would just sit idly knowing how much corruption that this administration has to face or has faced, or the things that we delicately have to balance while trying to keep everyone here happy with being here. But every now and again, you get an alley-oop. Someone's drowning in the ocean. Someone just was saved. And it seems to happen for people who are in MAGA more often than not. This is an old clip of Tucker Carlson. Let's play this.
It's been known for quite a while that Ilhan Omar apparently married her own brother to help him gain entry illegally into the country. That's a violation of immigration.
Let me check to make sure we get no. Let me check to make sure we get no. All right, it seems like we got audio online. So if you're online and you're watching, you should be able to hear what is on the screen. I had to make sure.
That actually happened, it turns out. And now we're learning the FBI had evidence to confirm it, but didn't do anything about it. Miranda Devine is an actual journalist. She works at the New York Post, where she writes a column. She joins us tonight to explain what exactly happened. Miranda, thanks so much for coming on.
Pleasure, Tucker. Well, some basically Republican operatives up in Minnesota decided to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on private investigators to really find out if Ilhan Omar was a genetic match, the DNA match.
And look at her. Look at her. Look like a whole crackhead in the corner smoking that stogie. She smoked that stogie like a jail, like she smoked that stogie like somebody. She got the whole hat on and everything. She got the stogie in her hand like a jailbird gangster. Sitting there like this, like Tom's. Like, man, I got to go home, man. I got to hit this pink meat. I got to go on TV. I got to tell these people all kind of lies, man. Look at her hand. Look her hand. I'm not lying. Look at her hand. Look at her hand. It looked like she about to look at somebody and tell them, drugs is under the mattress.
To the man who was her second husband. They went to 3 continents. They found a cigarette butt and a drinking straw, which they decided.
Now look at that head. Look at that head of hair, man. Look at that head of hair, man. Damn, that's a forehead on that one, boy. Look at that head right there, man. And you know she's there with her white guy. But they hate white people. I'm in the black caucus and be the first to tell you we're not black. We're not black. We're not black. That looked like a whole lot of Negro hair to me. What y'all talking about?
They sent it to a DNA laboratory and found conclusively that the DNA matched, that the second husband was a sibling, according to this DNA sample.
Now, did you?
Okay, hold on. Let me bring it. Stop it now. Let me bring it back. Someone said the volume is low. I'm gonna bring it back so you can hear it again, you guys. I got you. I got y'all. It's 1 minute.
That actually happened, it turns out. And now we're learning the FBI had evidence to confirm it, but didn't do anything about it. Miranda Devine is an actual journalist. She works at the New York Post, where she writes a column. She joins us tonight to explain what exactly happened. Miranda, thanks so much for coming on.
Pleasure, Tucker. Well, some basically Republican operatives up in Minnesota decided to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on private investigators to really find out if Ilhan Omar was a genetic match, the DNA match, to the man who was her second husband. They went to 3 continents. They found a cigarette butt and a drinking straw, which they decided, they sent it to a DNA laboratory and found conclusively that the DNA matched, that the second husband was a sibling, according.
Sibling, brother, lover. So, Ilhan Omar, genetic material matches her brother. It would be, if it's her brother. And if she, in fact, married her brother in order for him to get his immigration documents, well, that in itself is a felony. And if the DOJ wanted, first, Congress can actually push for laws now to remove people's citizenship that does commit felonies that are threats to the United States of America. I mean, they should. If it does not, it should be on the books already. But if it's not, then yeah, they should definitely do that. But she can definitely go to jail for this. She loses her seat. She doesn't keep her seat. And I do believe that the people involved in the Feeding Our Future scams and everything else are going to start to point a finger at her. You know why? She's a get out of jail free card. You know, let me tell you something. Because only an idiot would think they would be this famous that would speak out and be on all these networks. And of course, because they're liberals, they think the liberal media, the CIA media is going to, you know, hold water for them because, well, the CIA holds water for their own kind. We'll get into that too in another episode where James Comey lawyer tried to pull off, but not today. But they try to help their own kind. So she thought because Tim Walz told her when he waltzed in there, I'm gonna be vice president of the of these United States, and I'm putting tampons in all the men's and boys' bathrooms when I become vice president. And because they believed it, because so much money was funneled out there, I believe that money, you're gonna find out, not only went through her hands, his hands, but it went to Kamala Harris's hands too. You'd be surprised how much money for that election came out of Minnesota's quote unquote donations. We have yet to see that yet, and I believe it's going to come out. And I also believe that the people who are involved in Feeding Our Future are going to point a finger to Ilhan Omar, and they're going to say she knew. Not only did she know, but she helped create the laws that would allow it to happen in the first place. And I believe she did. I believe she did. I believe that this woman knows her days are numbered. I believe and I allege that her husband made millions of dollars off the back of taxpayers while using her position while she was in office to enrich themselves. And she had no problems doing it. The whole spiel on how white men are this and white people are that and Republicans are this and Republicans, the whole spiel on the whole entire thing. Come here with eyes bigger than a kitten in a little baby kitten's head into a whole new country, only to turn around and take advantage of the same country that gave her little dusty ass refuge in the first place. The saddest thing about all of this is not all of America is bad. Yes, there are bigoted and prejudiced people. I don't even think that Nick Fuentes is a racist. I don't. I think he's very bigoted. I think he's prejudiced. And I think that's due to a limited life experience. I don't believe that a single person has the ability to be racist, because then that means that you would have the ability to economically and socially keep a group of people from flourishing. And the only thing that can do that is the system. Ilhan Omar plays into a very racist system on purpose. It's there to divide us because of our color, the color of our skin, not because our character, not because of who we are. Their push to give us a false reality is presented by some of the most disgusting people, and Ilhan Omar is one of them. And the people that befriended her, the whole squad, every one of them, they're all full of cow shit. Every single last one of them. These are not genuine people. These are people who don't want to be around genuine people. These are people who don't want to be exposed and brought to in front of genuine people to truly be judged, because then the whole charade would be up. Over 2,000 kids didn't get the ability to eat, and they got enough money to feed 2,000 kids every day. Let that sink in. The whole entire time COVID hit, there would have been no children in Minnesota who were hungry. Shit, that's enough that every kid could come every day and eat. But those things never happened, because even looking after quote unquote their own, that shit didn't exist. What it boiled down to was white people and Somalian refugees getting together as dirty, disgusting liberals and taking advantage of a system that tried its best to give them the benefit of the doubt and a chance to live a better life. Tell me what you think in the comments. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay American, and remember, it's both sides, two dirty wings and the same dirty, dirty, dirty bird. Peace.
I've been a patient here now for close to a year. I wanted the best care. I wanted consistent care. Sometimes you can go to places and when you do the reviews, you'll see, oh, you know, it's okay. If this person is working, it's bad. But when you check the reviews on the Smile Doctor, it's all positive. As soon as you walk in the door, I was always made to feel like I was a priority. It can give you a great experience. The televisions on the ceilings almost give you a euphoric flying feeling. They find out what music you like. So even the music of choice that you do like, it's playing when you walk in. I had a debilitating tooth issue that was actually going to start eating away at my bone marrow. And Dr. Reed caught it very early on. He removed the bad tooth. The surgery was easy, it was painless. I have 2 brand new teeth, and like I said, they're very attentive. So they're gonna measure your discomfort, they're gonna measure what pain you may have, and they're gonna deal with it. It's just a beautiful and positive environment. The experience here is unlike anything else I've ever went to, and I just encourage anybody out there, if you're watching this, come see the facility. Come listen to how quiet it is. Come listen to how happy the people are when they're exchanging words to each other. Come experience what it is to actually come and smile with confidence. Come to the Smile Doctor.